Let's move into section 2 on computer infrastructure. This is the second main topic in the CompTIA Tech Plus that we're going to explore and that you're going to be seeing on the actual exam. We're going to cover 9 different topics as it relates to computers and computer infrastructure. First, we're going to talk about common computing devices such as laptops, desktop computers, tablets, smart home devices, Internet of Things devices, and more. Then we're going to be talking about peripherals. Think about things like printers, monitors, keyboards, USB mice, and more. Then we're going to move to internet service types. You might be familiar with what's known as an internet service provider. They provide internet access directly to your residence or to a business. We're going to be covering all of the different types of internet service types as it relates to internet service providers that get you actually connected to the internet. From there, we'll move to talking about internal components to desktop computers and laptops. We'll also be talking about input and output interfaces, also known as I/O interfaces like this. Then we'll be talking about networking concepts such as small networks at home, small networks in an office, and more broadly, larger networking types as well. Then we'll be talking about storage types and data access. So we'll be talking about where we can store data, both on local devices, such as USB thumbnail drives, bigger storage drives physically, and on the cloud. We'll also be moving into virtualization from there and the cloud more in general. And lastly, we'll finish this section off with small wireless networks. In terms of devices, we're going to be exploring desktops, laptops, smartphones, as well as tablets. We'll also be exploring smartwatches and smartwatch devices. From there, we'll be talking about smart home devices, including smart thermostats, smart devices inside residential homes, and smart devices as they relate to a home setting. After that, we'll be talking about VR devices like virtual reality devices, and we'll be talking about game consoles as well. The main ones that you need to understand for this course, though, are desktop computers, so our regular desktop computers, the bulky, larger computers, as well as laptops. So we're going to be covering laptops of all sizes, different specs, and things like that. In terms of phones, we'll be covering smartphones, such as Android and Apple devices using the App Store, different apps on phones, and more, and tablets, which we'll be covering both from the Apple and the Android perspective as well. So all these topics we're going to be talking about as we go through this entire section, but this just introduces you to these potential different devices that we're going to be going through and that you'll see on the Tech Plus exam. Here are some different pictures of these devices. We've got a desktop computer, a smaller form desktop device here as well, followed by a laptop and a tablet. Again, these different devices are going to be discussed in terms of operating systems from Windows to Mac to Linux, as well as on Android. We have Apple and Android. So we've got a lot that we're going to be talking about as it relates to these 3 different types of devices. And these are some smart home devices, from smart home thermostats to different types of things like Amazon Echo and much more. We'll be talking about VR headsets as well. The exam does cover it in some detail, but we're going to go over a very high level view rather quickly. We'll also be exploring smartwatches, as you can see here on the screen. So overall, we've got a lot of topics that we're going to be covering in this section, and we're going to make things very, very quick. So make sure that you follow along, you take notes, you speed the videos up if you need to, or you slow them down as needed. Let's go ahead, and in the next video, we're going to jump into our first topic.